Okay.
What's going on, guys? All right. Guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Welcome to the Trim.
If you guys want to get a little closer and talk to each other, that could be great, because this way... I'm not trying to be a bitch. Like, I'm just
No, this is your setting.
No.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. My hair used
Pull out the Hawk's dirty work with Afro Sheen Con.
If you're concerned about your thinning hair, call Hair Club.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Trim. This is your man Fayez coming at you. You can follow me at FTB_cuts with my co-host.
This is Lisa. You can find me at Queen Cuts and Roses.
Also, today we're gonna have a few people come through, very
Some
special
good
to
friends
us.
of ours.
The plush status package all around.
They get the plush
Get
package.
it. Ooh.
They created it.
Okay. So let's get it started, y'all. And yeah, let's get it. I don't know.
That was good, right?
Yeah, we can cut it. We can cut it. I
Yo,
was
y'all
like-
have so much more swag because the second to last time, you're like, this is Fayez, and then go like, yo, this
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trim. Today we're going to be talking about how Instagram has impacted the hair industry, on whether it's a good or it's a bad thing, whether you should be judging people on what kind of haircuts they're putting if you don't even know where their caliber is at. Are you gonna be just like a troll and you don't even have anything your damn self? So that's pretty funny to me, because there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
Well, Instagram is definitely a one-sided tool. So like, it's very visual. I mean,
One
now
sided
we
in
don't-
what way?
like, you can portray yourself any way you want, and it doesn't have to necessarily be real.
That
then,
is true.
Then you meet this person who you've seen like the stuff they want to show.
Yeah,
and
like
then
taking pictures in front of
you
like
kind of
the car
Then you realize, oh wow,
that you
this
see in the
is-
street, like
Exactly.
nigga,
Like you
what?
feel more normal. It's more normal.
Yeah, that's true.
So you know what I'm saying? Like you could big yourself up. It's a very one-sided type of thing. But as far as people trolling and judging, I feel like that's gonna happen no matter what. So that when it comes to social media, you definitely need to like not worry about people judging you, trolling you, hating you.
Social media has definitely opened up a big ass window where it allows people to, reach out. You could be in the other side of the country or the
To be
other
quite
side of the
honest,
world. And
I feel like that if it wasn't for pretty much Instagram and like maybe Facebook. I'm not a big Facebook user. Honestly, the industry would not be as big as it is right now, because we can interact, we can have friendships and bonds with people strictly through social media
That is
from
true.
the other side of the country.
that is true.
So like it connected
From the other
us,
side of the world, let's
or
take it
the
to
other side of the
another
world.
perspective.
Exactly, it connected us in a way where it was like.
The reach has definitely
Yeah,
extended.
the industry is young in its popularity. Like it existed, but it wasn't like, you have barber commercials now and barber TV shows and movies. People in this industry who have platforms and who have, a stage presence to countless people. They can make a difference, and they choose to just let it be a platform for just them. Like, I don't feel like anyone has to do anything, but I definitely feel like more people in the industry with these huge platforms need to do more for the people, whether it's for barbers,
Yeah,
for the
definitely, like the
community.
new culture,
Yeah,
the new
like they
people,
don't,
the new
they
wave.
don't, they don't give back, but they receive all this praise, and it's kind of like, we value your work and we value, the things you do, but
Facts.
a lot of it is very just
Learn,
self-centered.
like with I guess what you want to say is, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, and like I said,
utilize that to a different perspective,
you don't
not
have
just
to,
like
but I feel like
showing off what you got.
Yeah, I feel like barbers in the industry with these huge platforms need to take that responsibility and do something outside of that. Like,
Yeah.
And I feel like there's too many barbers in this industry who just care for their platform just for themselves, because it's like, wow, you're great, you're winning these awards, you're amazing, wow, that haircut looks good, you have 100,000 followers.
Use that
But what
platform
do
for
you
something
do
even
with
bigger.
it? Yeah, like what do you do with it? Like that's
Help
it.
the masses learn,
Yeah, like you walk around feeling good about yourself.
that's lit.
I
That's
really-
dope. Like,
yeah.
don't knock. I ain't gonna knock it. Like,
No,
show off
and
what
that's fine.
Show off what your hard work has done for you.
Yeah.
Definitely do that. If you can't do that, then what you working hard for? But at the same time, utilize that platform
Exactly.
to a higher perspective on And if you really think about it, if you utilize that to a higher perspective and you gain more from that, then that's gonna mean more videos for you to pull up. Like
exactly, you
know,
already
brand
passed
new
level
lips or whatever the
one,
case may be. Like
after a certain amount of, you know, then you have people paying you to do things on Instagram, and that's another thing that Instagram created an avenue where you don't even have
can start making bread off of like
you don't
post.
have to be in the same city, in the same state, the same anywhere.
2-3 stacks off of like just
you could really have a whole career.
Chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out. Yeah, twitchy. Yeah, I see her every day and I still feel like I don't know her. No, maybe I just wanna start over. You had me at hello. You ain't even had to say your name. You the realest in the game. You my girl. Yeah, baby, you my girl. You had me at hello. I don't wanna say.
Bitcoin, future currency. As of right now, one Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, is worth $4,000. To be exact, it is worth, I'll tell you right now, where is it? Oh, can't find the bullshit. All right, so let me.
So what is a Bitcoin? Because for some of us who don't even know what this item is that's worth $4,000.
Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. The currency, you can use it to send. You can use it to send large amounts of money across the country.
And this is all electronical.
Everything is on. Everything lives online. Everything lives online. There are no physical prints. There are no physical nothing. Everything lives online. When you buy something, it's anonymous. So this is also why Bitcoin got a really bad name for it, due to the fact that a lot of people, they were using it to like buy drugs, and also they were using it to like just do miscellaneous stuff, which wasn't really giving a good name to the Bitcoin, the population of Bitcoin. Also, Bitcoin is used, it's gonna be a new currency. Like just like how money was at one point, people right now aren't really, not everybody's onto it, but soon it's gonna be like that.
Yeah, I was kind of like listening about it, and it kind of made me want to buy some Bitcoins. Like even if I bought 3 of them, I would be happy with 3 Bitcoins.
Like I said again, 3 Bitcoins. Each Bitcoin is worth $4,000.
Even if I only bought,
you can buy portions of it. You could buy like 150.
I was saying that the more people invest into buying Bitcoins, the faster and the higher the value to it would be. So
just like money, like money.
Yeah, but like inflation, right? Like inflation is real, but in our heads it's kind of invisible because the dollar is still the dollar. The Bitcoin is different though, because it's one currency, but the value of it changes as people buy it. Now
also, there is no inflation in Bitcoin. You cannot once it gets to a certain point, that's it. Doesn't.
So what's its cap?
The cap is going to be 21 million, and that should be by 2050. Bitcoins were actually made in 2009. Also, they were made by an unknown person. This gentleman went by, he just didn't want to put his name out there.
He's like the king of the black market type of black internet.
No, what he really did was that the dark net is another different topic altogether. But what he did was he created a currency that the banks couldn't control. It created an algorithm on where it lived on the internet. Depending on how we use it, that's how it would shift up and down.
That's crazy. You can just invent a currency?
Yeah. Actually, you know, it's funny, like, while we're on a similar topic, the internet was actually going to be small internets instead of one big world web.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the Trim Show.
Welcome back, guys.
So now we're gonna have our guys come in. Wait, no, do it again.
Our guys. Now we're gonna have our friends, Mr. Rafael and Elvis. They're gonna come in and, you know, we're gonna kick it with them and shit. So let's bring them in. Backstage, please. Come on. All right. No one's there? Can anybody see me? All right, no one? Okay. Yeah, all right. So I've been waving my hand for like fucking 5 minutes. And yeah. They're here, all right. Please lock the door, thank you very much. Okay, thank you.
They're like 6 feet tall, this is too small.
Yeah, this feels like, you ever seen basketball?
Yes. That's a classic. classic right there. Damn, you brought it
Be
back.
like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Wow, I smoke a lot of weed.
Mike's right here.
Does this move back now? Am I gonna break something?
Yeah, you're gonna. You might detach something.
Yeah. So how do you want to do
We're
it?
gonna go right here.
Yeah, right there is where it's at. Yeah. Cool. Yep. Hit it.
Guys, so we are here with the gentlemen.
Hi, baby.
I hear they call you guys the Plush Crew. Please do me a favor, introduce yourselves.
I'm Rafael _ Milano. That's my real name for the record.
Really, is it?
Yeah.
It's a
That
fact.
way.
I'm done.
You see?
All the way.
That way.
Huh.
We're-
All right, the gentleman here with the bright yellow shirt and the mane.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I shine like the sun. Elvis Towers. Full
Okay.
name, real name. Torres Towers, whatever language you want to
All
talk.
names, A name.
I didn't
You
know
sound like you
I
just
didn't
came out
know
of
that translates.
this nigga sound like you just came out
Yeah.
of
You know where I learned that in
the Fifth
DR?
Element and shit. Nigga
When,
like,
um,
all name, your name.
Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers. In
You
Spanish.
saw the movie in
In
Spanish?
Spanish. No, in DR, the commercial for like it was coming on later
Las
was like.
Dos Torres.
Yeah. And I was like, wait a minute. Is that what that means?
Yo,
Las Dos
Yes.
Torres.
So I learned that our last name means towers.
it's the
Wow,
fact.
yo.
You didn't know your last name?
honestly,
I just told the story of how I learned it.
I just learned it. These are my friends and I'm just learning this.
Is it, yo, I
Oh, that
learned
we
a
share
lot.
last names?
That's the great part about having friends.
But you didn't know what? Oh,
Yeah.
towers.
I always wondered where towers came from, but I just never wanted to ask them. I'm like, yo, fuck it.
That's the English
Yeah,
version.
dig?
This nigga's elegant.
I actually know another Elvis Torres too.
I'm saying, like,
This is the
I
thing.
love how litty y'all niggas is right now. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's get down to the talking and shit.
Nice.
So, gentlemen, do you enjoy getting a haircut?
Oh, I love getting a haircut,
You
bro.
love getting a haircut?
Yes, I love getting
What
a
do you
haircut.
love about getting a haircut?
I love the feeling it brings me, you feel me? Like the
the soft
confidence.
hands.
Well, before that, before it was soft hands, it was stinky hands.
It was
Cause I
smelly
was
little
getting haircuts in the hood.
Chicharrón
my
de
nigga.
pollo hands.
Nah, I just took a shit hands.
Oh.
And I just ate some chicharrón, maybe.
Oh, man.
And I took a Corona.
Listen.
where I
Oh,
was
that's a
coming from.
combo and a half,
I
nigga. Like,
got one of those.
Yeah, I grew up, listen, my barber shop, I ain't gonna say where it was or nothing. I can put
Yes,
it on
please
blast.
don't put no
I would
people
never
on.
do that.
Yes, do it.
But it was somewhere in East New York, somewhere out there in East New York.
somewhere in East New York.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie.
But that's what happened.
I'm not gonna lie.
So don't lie.
I've had the plush experience.
Oh, you've been a plush individual.
It's not as plush as my plush package.
Okay.
That you can get at the Cut Gallery.
It's a fact.
Ooh.
At 606 Bushwick.
Right.
11206.
I'm gonna need to do a commercial with you guys.
Nah, but serious. I've always had good barbers, but the
Oh no, my barber was
You've been
fire.
blessed.
He used to hook my shit
Because
up.
not everyone's able to say that.
and
but-
I agree. That's the truth.
But yo, knowing you what I was going through, yo, listen.
My experience.
My nigga used to spray. Yo, you know how you spray the water on the sideburn?
Yeah.
I didn't have a beard yet until I was a grown man. But he would just
A grown
spray it on my
Sorry.
lips.
On your lips?
Yo, bro, I'm like, yo, my nigga.
Like ever so
Dude,
soft,
you
like-
I felt some type of way about you.
Ever so
Nah,
soft,
it wasn't just me.
seriously.
It wasn't just me. This is a hood story, my nigga. Trust me, niggas in the hood know what I'm talking about.
Listen, bro. This is.
All right,
It's a
so
hood
what
story.
now you got me amped up. Now you gotta fucking tell the story now. Like,
That's the whole story, nigga.
oh, so I thought it was
You
gonna be
spray
way
your
more
lips?
compelling. Like, I thought you was gonna talking about like
And then he
different
bum-bumped him.
situations.
Then he bump.
I feel like he was gonna be like he hit him with the water. And when he hit him with the water, he was like
Just,
ever so soft,
just
like yeah,
so
papi.
made it.
You know, like yeah, just like that. You know, like.
Dominican. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm Dominican and I don't do shit like that though.
Nah,
So
but see,
like,
but you have,
Yo, you a rare form of Dominican,
you
bro.
have culture though.
Very
you
rare
have,
form.
I guess
you have
I am like
understanding
Blade.
yourself. Like you understand yourself and you can put yourself in the consumer's position.
It's a fact.
This is the problem. Like as
now
a
I really
patron-
feel like Blade.
as a patron, like for me, like I said, like my barber experience changed when I started going to Lisa, just because.
Yo,
there
that was it.
There was a big
That was
Chime
it.
on that, chime
And
on that.
that was it.
like,
That was
there was a difference just because there was a female cutting my hair and just the attention and
Facts.
attentiveness into
Facts.
the haircut was different. And not
I'm
only
gonna have
that,
to hear you say that closer to the mic.
Oh yeah, please. Yo, she brought up.
We're gonna have to make sure people hear that.
Yeah, facts,
But
facts,
not
facts.
only, not only like the attention, like it was just like the experience of the haircut. Like, you know, being in the hood, and you've cut my hair in good locations, so like it's always, you know, the location.
It's not the location, it's
the
doing
feel. It's the feel of the cut. And that's what I'm saying. No matter the location, if this person was cutting my hair.
Always good environment.
Yeah, if it's always, because this is what's created around.
Even off of the side of a fucking cliff, that's.
No, that wasn't a cliff. That was way above.
But moving on.
It was like.
Out on a limb.
It was like the National Geographic of
Oh,
barbering.
come on, man.
Everybody thinks I cut your hair on a roof, and I'm like, that's a zip line.
Like
Stop.
a roof.
No, you gotta understand
A
that.
roof on a mountain, nigga.
A mountain
All
roof.
the city niggas say
That material.
Only city, yo, right?
No. That material
Y'all
is
niggas
used
is
on
high
plenty
up on
roofs.
Right?
That material is used on plenty roofs.
Listen,
so
boy.
this is where the fucking problem comes.
That was wood. That was wood material.
That was wood. It was red painted wood.
I saw that like sing fucking like
Nah,
material. That's what I saw.
Dude, the very edge of it wasn't even nailed down. Like it was like
It wasn't even nailed down, though.
We could've
It wasn't
fell
even
over.
nailed down.
we could have fell forward
At
into
any
the
time.
country. Like it was crazy.
Into the country?
Into the mountains.
For old men. Alright.
What's up? We back from our break on the Trim Show.
break.
And we will be discussing booth versus commission.
Ooh. Dun, dun, dun.
So I think that this is a topic that the barber world has a huge debate on.
Yes.
Because they are extremely pro booth rent.
True.
And as we learn and we move forward, we are realizing as owners
Yes.
that commission is better, but it can also be better for renters.
For renters?
Well, people who originally rent and transition to commission.
Okay. In what way do you feel like it would be better?
So, both sides have pros and cons.
Okay.
So,
Definitely.
booth rent, I think are the more obvious pros as far as creating your own schedule. You create your own prices for the most part. You control it.
Yeah, you should definitely follow a medium in the barbershop.
Yeah,
You shouldn't undersell yourself to get more clients in the chair.
Yeah, definitely. You can, and at that point you're your own boss. So you make your own rules, come and go as you please, and you keep majority of your money.
That is true.
Now, I'm gonna talk about some of the pros of commission, so
Okay.
that you can compare the two type of ways you can win.
Okay. Cool.
So the pros to commission are that you avoid solely managing your marketing. So now you're not the only person who's helping to brand you. Now you have a business who through commission. Now this is the point of commission. The point of commission is that the business, whether it's a shop or salon, they make X amount of money.
Yeah.
And it fluctuates between how much money the person generates.
Okay.
Now, if you're booked and you're making money and now you're giving the barbershop this chunk of money that feels like it's so much, like, it can, $600, let's just say.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy crap, I'm not paying $600 a week to a chair.
I mean, I feel like the business should be entitled to give you the clientele.
No, exactly. So now the whole point of the business taking this bigger amount of money than if you were to just rent the booth is that they're also investing in every single thing that has to do with putting that person in your chair. So they're investing in tools, they're investing in products,
Okay.
they're investing in your education, and your education leaves with you.
That is
That
true.
doesn't stay here.
That's true.
So you're paying for what you're supposed to be paying for are amenities. You go to you live somewhere and they got a pool and a garage, you're paying more money.
That sounds like a beautiful perspective on what you put it, but unfortunately, not everybody thinks that way.
No, and that's fine, and that's because a lot of people are very uneducated, especially in barbering. Like as far as financially.
Yeah.
Everybody, they can do the best lineup, they can do the best artwork, but then when it comes to being, business or finance, it's like, ass backwards.
Okay.
So it's like, of course they can't understand how paying taxes benefits. Of course they can't understand why, documenting every single client and every dollar that you make is important. They only see it as, oh man, they're gonna know I'm making more money.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That is definitely true.
That's just gonna cause more bills for me.
That's true.
That doesn't really sound like a
lot of
smart
people
way to
just
make
don't
more
know.
money.
Also, there's legit write-offs.
Exactly. Like you just have to. There's more paperwork involved, but that's what comes with having money. Barbers are just too used to being hustlers, so they want to move the way drug dealers move, low key, like if it's a secret.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not a secret.
It's like, oh, I got child support. I can't do this shit, man. Like, nah, bro, I can't.
Like,
Chill, B.
You should be blowing your child support out the water with the amount of money you make,
Yeah,
and just
facts.
being like, look, I can afford my child.
Facts.
Instead of like, it's like half looking
If
at the
anything,
cup half full or half
meeting
empty.
the goal and
yeah,
like-
barbers always look at making more money in a commission way
Mm-hmm.
as it being half empty, when it's like, well, you're doing less work and you're making more money. So I don't really understand how you're losing.
Okay, I get that. Feel like as a small shop, you would have to like move and so you can admit that later on.
Well, I'm really, really happy you asked me that, because this is gonna be my favorite answer to people, because a lot of barbers in New York are trying to do that. They're trying to make their small barbershop into commission, or if not commission, they're just trying to figure out ways how to better their business. One of the things you have to do is you have to better your services, because at the end of the day, the way you make people feel and the way they feel are the most important parts of the haircut. So if a person comes in and this person's doing a good service, this person's doing a bad service, he's too loud, he's this, he's that, and he's not making the service enjoyable for this person, then even if you're doing great services, you're still not gonna get the amount of money you deserve for it. So it's not just your services, now is the person next to you. You may not have any control over
overall
that
environment.
Yeah, but the owner of it has to make that decision. It has to decide, okay, I know what is going to allow us to raise our prices, and
Is this
if-
person
the way
benefiting or just bringing it down?
Exactly. And if this person is hurting my business, they have to be okay with either letting them know, giving them a chance to change, or telling them that they can no longer represent your brand.
You no longer work here. Like,
Yeah,
thank
because
you for
you're
having me,
representing my brand.
Yeah,
It's just
right
people
there.
don't think like that. And honestly, before you can raise your prices, and before you can have a better quality of people, and before you can make that commission money as an owner, you have to make sure that you're doing the footwork, that you're making sure that their products are on point, that the person's coming to work looking good.
I tell her, kiss me, he ain't fucking you right. Fuck around, you would've kissed me all night. Lord, know I'm a letter. All I need is one shot and I'm a Russian roulette. Let me beat it, I leave it up on the stretcher. Get behind a reminder in case you couldn't remember.
Growing our friends. Now, the reason why I felt like bringing up this topic side by side to rent versus commission is because as people, we all grow up, however we grow up. Some of us grow up, knowing more, some of us grow up, blind. So it's like, no matter what, a person who wants to be better are always gonna outgrow wherever they started. Wherever you start in life is kind of just more like, nurture versus nature.
Nurture, okay.
Like you're a product of your environment.
True, that is definitely.
So like your best friend is by default anyone.
Show me who you hang with and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah, but it doesn't start off like that. It starts off with, okay, who's the best person in the 2-block radius, and you find someone that you like a lot, and then they become your best friend. It's not really like you.
I mean, I don't think all friendships start like that. Most of the time,
but
it's like,
mostly,
hey, who are you? And like, what's up, man? And like,
okay, it's
you
not that-
smoke weed? And like,
It could have been that simple.
yeah.
My point is that it's not until you grow up, and it's not until you learn, and until you want better, that you start to realize maybe the person that I knew for 10 years that was my best friend just because they lived in my building type of thing.
Or because you probably smoked up blunts
yeah,
with
because
them.
you had common interests outside of, maybe bettering yourself, more like hobbies.
Facts. Actually taking your career into being something serious.
And that is such a big issue, I feel like, for people who want to better themselves. Like, they find themselves in this prison, whether it's, oh man, I hang out around people who don't want to better themselves, or they don't see the bigger picture, and I see the bigger picture so clear. And you don't realize that yeah, they're your friend for 10 years and they're not gonna stop being your friend. But if you've outgrown them, then you have to, for you, distance yourself.
Facts. You definitely gotta like.
Yeah.
If the energy isn't being emitted to help you move forward, then you gotta get the fuck away from that
because
shit.
then it's
run,
poison.
run, Forrest.
Exactly. Then it's poison.
Curb, bitch.
Then you're just sitting there allowing what you know shouldn't be there to change you and change your mindset.
And also keep you down too. Because
Exactly. Just like
nobody
you said,
wants to have
tell me
somebody
who
like.
you hang out with and I'll tell you who you are. And if you knowingly are hanging out with the wrong person, then you're knowingly keeping yourself in that prison. So
You know what's really unfortunate too? The fact that people will see that you changing and might even look at you from a perspective like, this nigga ain't going nowhere. But low key see certain little moves that you're making and then they look at you from a perspective on where you're like, oh shit, like, but won't even have the gratitude of saying like, yo, keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing. And just like, will straight up just become that person who later becomes, oh, yo, why you ain't help me? Like, what's up? Like, nigga, what you mean, motherfucker? Like, I've been there. I told you, son. Like, come through. Let's make this shit happen, boy. And we can both, like, eat together, you know? Instead of being that nigga in the back, being a little fucking, I'm gonna eat your face ass little nigga. And because I'm not feeling that. That shit is whack. Like,
it's true. And like this is the
come,
thing about that.
Come run through with it with me, nigga. Shoot with me at the court, nigga. Fucking be with me at the
I
gym.
agree, but you can't be afraid to shoot alone. So don't worry about none of that stuff.
I'm sorry, I got a little.
Yeah, don't worry about that because it's okay to shoot by yourself. Only you take that 3-pointer. They don't sit there behind you and move your arms.
Yeah, nigga, but sometimes I need a fucking towel and somebody could have been there for me. You feel me?
Nah,
Like,
it's okay. You wipe yourself beforehand. You good. So that it can be discouraging. That's the whole point. The whole point is that when you don't feel like people can understand your point of view, or they don't see things the way you see it, it's discouraging. And this is the reason why you need to separate from people who cannot see the positive. Or
also, you can use that as a fuel.
perspective.
I use that as a fuel all the time.
Yeah, that's all
Like,
you have to
you
do.
don't fuck with me? I bet, nigga.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna just do it by my
That's
damn
all
self.
it is.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trim. This is Fire speaking.
This is Lisa, and we want to thank you for having us tonight.
All right, I really like that. What the fuck?
It was all like,
Motherfucker, fucking game over.
they having us here.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to the Trim. This is Fire speaking with my co-host
Lisa.
All right, so today we talked about how social media impacts the industry, the hair industry. We talked about how, you know, you can extend your reach on what you're doing with your haircuts, your opinion on how you want to move with certain things. We also talked about
Bitcoin.
what did we learn about Bitcoin?
We sure learned that it's the currency of the future.
It's the currency of the future. They're gonna jumping on that wave. If you're
I know,
not
I want
jumping on that
3
wave, then you bugging. It's just 3, only $4,000 a piece. That's all.
Yeah, just me, my child, and my mom, and we good for life.
Yeah, that's it. Liddy, Schlitty.
We also talked about outgrowing our friends and how it's necessary and how
We should all grow
outgrowing
our
is
friends.
important.
We should all do that. And if hopefully the niggas who you are growing,
Unless they're growing with you.
yes, there you go. There you go. That is definitely a big benefactor we should all like hope for and you know, just emit that energy. We also spoke about
Pros and cons.
pros and cons of the
Booth and commission.
correct booth and commission.
Just like Bitcoins, everything will be done electronically, and you cannot hide electronic numbers.
That's so smart. You right. You right. Guys, thank you for joining us on this second episode of The Trim. You can also follow us at FTB_cuts. You can find my co-host at
Queen Cuts and Roses.
and you can find the podcast on the _trim on IG. Thank you guys, and we'll see you episode 3. Stay tuned. Later, guys. Boom.